Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now, Asian session. Pretty much the focus was the Aussie. We had employment numbers, and once again, pretty resilient numbers. The unemployment rate a little bit lower, the actual full-time number up, and the employment numbers a little bit stronger than expected. Very much like a lot of the developed countries, right, where inflation was falling, or it was even going up, but we had a situation where we're almost at maximum employment. It's a bit of a deceptive data release because you think everything's rosy, but it's not. It actually shows you that there's a lot of panic and everyone's working their asses off to make sure they're paying their bills. Now, the Aussie at the time was down on its knees, right? I spoke to a few guys, and I also posted some information here in the Discord, basically just saying, like, just because this data is strong, we're still looking to sell, right? And that's what we were looking for as we went through the course of the day. And sure as hell, it rallied up just below that resistance trend line, and now is about 25, 30 points lower, right? So just because the numbers are strong doesn't mean you're not looking to sell, right? Just understand if the momentum is downside, which it is for the Aussie, right? And there's a lot of question marks over this Chinese stimulus package. A lot of people starting to think it's a bit of a myth, but euro, sterling, Aussie, Kiwi, all going down. There's no way the Aussie's going up, right? So really cracking opportunity there. Short term, at least, right? If you're looking to make some money, get into some of these trades. Now the dollar, I probably haven't sort of looked across the board, right? The dollar's still going up. Like dollar CAD is all over the shop, right? It doesn't know what it's doing, but the rest of them do. There's a lot of anticipation around what a Trump victory will do as well, right? With the elections, right? He's going to tax cuts. He's going to increase tariffs. Basically, it's the US is back, baby, and he's going to be like the one flying the flag. So there's a lot of dollar strength building up across the board here on geopolitical stuff, right? If they're starting to factor in a Trump election, you just got to just be aware if he starts going a little bit bad in the polls that we're going to see dollar weakness because that's being attributed to what the dollar's doing, not only with the safe haven from the Middle East and everything else, there's other stuff happening. So when you come into today's trading, we've got a very interesting session, right? Because we've got the ECB. Now, the interest rate decision usually is a big thing, right? But it's like basically 100%, they are cutting by 0.25, right? So it's really going to come down to what Christine Lagarde has been saying. And she has been very clinical with her speeches. I think out of all the central bankers, she's probably my favorite because she just tells you as it is, doesn't say things that she doesn't need to, right? So don't think, so if they do cut rates, don't go and get short euro, right? Because it won't go down. It may go down afterwards if Christine Lagarde comes out and says something like, you know what, things are terrible here and we're just going to have to keep cutting rates. And she's not going to say that. But you know what I mean? She has to say something a little bit obscure to get euro moving. At the moment, euro is just gliding to the downside on US dollar strength, to me, more than anything, right? So if you've missed the trade, try and get into the trend. Or if you see some key data, then you might be able to jump on a break trade to the top side because the stop losses will be building on all those currencies at the bottom there. Euro, sterling, Aussie, Kiwi are all primed for it, right? So ECB, it's not such a big deal today. But just keep an eye on the statement and the press conference. Then I think this is where it gets a little bit interesting, right? We've been starved of oxygen as far as US numbers go. Now we've got the weekly initial jobless claims. Like that's a tier 3 number. But I tell you what, when there's no US numbers out, the traders will jump all over that. But then we've got the Philly Fed Business Index. Now that is a well-respected number. Then retail sales, right? We've got a whole bunch of different things coming out. It's actually a shame they all come out at the same time, right? Even half an hour apart would have given us 3 or 4 different trading opportunities focusing on different numbers. Don't forget the industrial production numbers there as well. So there's a bit to look at. Today, ECB, not such a big deal. The US numbers, first numbers for a while, for like a week, So let's just keep a close eye on what they're doing and what they're telling us, because it may open the door, to a bit more dollar strength or weakness. At the moment, if you're looking for an easy trade, right? Or like you can see here, the dollar index is going up, dollar Swiss is going up, euro's going down, right? These, especially dollar Swiss and euro, if we get stronger US data today, right? It's a red flag to like, let's go, like buy some dollars, even if it's only for the short term. But you just, at the moment, the markets are being so weird. You're just looking to tap some cash in, right? I don't see any massive winning trades like where you're making 3-5%, right? Look to make some cash. Don't get greedy. Look for the numbers and opportunities. Things like this. There's so many sort of geopolitical things hiding behind the scenes that you can't see that are impacting the direction and natural flow of the currencies. I can feel it. So just bear that in mind. If you see stronger numbers here, right, then, and you're looking for the Philly Fed up towards, say, 8, just focus on the stronger numbers. And if we get numbers closer to those, buy some dollars, because that's the path of least resistance. And that's where the cash is just at the moment. All right. All right, guys, have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.